Handala, 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 wait, wait. Handala, turn around, Handala. And for those of you who don't know him, you see Handala is the Palestinian caricature who represents the Palestinian struggle. Handala, Handala, oh, Handala.
What is it about silence that causes the soul to sing? Resonance in wide open spaces that echo the voices within. One sound following the other, each note a brother, lyrics and rhythms akin. In a land not far away, an olive tree waits. Branches pointing up, offering their echoes to the heavens. By an olive tree, a little boy waits. Memories of a distant past he forgot once existed open like floodgates and resonate through his being. A man is not defeated when he loses. Said a man is not defeated when he loses. He is defeated when he quits. It's hard to beat something that doesn't give up. And so a little boy hopes, dreams, prays for a better day. Tomorrow's another day. The world's flattery and hip, not hip-hop, hypocrisy is a sweet morsel, and we need to eat less of it. The way we compel ourselves to invite people to our way before we have even internalized the lessons of that particular way, adding toxins to an already polluted environment. There's a silence he touches, this great silence that comes in the moment that the wind dies. By an olive tree, a little boy waits. Bodies raped and pillaged, decapitated and mutilated. The ugliness of this world, they will soon leave behind. A genocide in Palestine, an open-air prison, ethnic cleansing at its worst. Humans caged like animals. The smell of rotting flesh is in the air. And a checkpoint is to the point depending on their mood. Soldiers given full authority with infantile education. Little children screaming, Allah! Death and change. The two constancies in the world. By an olive tree, a little boy waits. He wants to fill what's empty and empty what's full. He doesn't want to be amongst those people engaging in futile discussions with no depth and no substance to them, preoccupied with their own dreams and immersed in their own fantasies. A deep love for the ephemeral beauty of a fleeting world. And people don't understand the reality of the world until they are tested with a loss. And then they come back to God. Because the world gives and then takes back. It builds for you and then ruins it. People are too comfortable to care. And even if they do care, they carry the burden of caring. A moment of silence won't bring a life back. So this little boy, he wants to follow the ones that can see, not the ones that are blind. By an olive tree, a little boy waits. Zionists hijacked Judaism, created a new golden calf in Israel, exploited the Holocaust to justify Israel's existence, and adopted their terror techniques directly from the Nazis. And so by an olive tree, a little boy waits. He waits. Sick of bandwagon revolutionists. Diseased hearts impregnated the world, and evil is what it bore. They're not pro-peace, they're just anti-war, telling those afflicted to get it together and pull up their boots. Yeah, very well put. Failing to realize that the oppressed have been waiting for a while now, standing barefoot. And the truth will never change, only your perception of it. You feeling social? You feeling just? By an olive tree, a little boy waits. And where he walks, bitter steps follow. But in his struggle, he finds his hope. Anything that has a beginning has an end. And so he prays to wake up to a sunrise, to watch the sun rise and splash color over the world before his eyes. He wants to color the world beautiful, so that his people are no longer occupied, subjugated, and oppressed. so that life is no longer cheaper than a barrel of oil. By an olive tree, a little boy waits. And for his people, the price was too high, so they paid in blood to avoid the goodbye. And the truth is the most powerful ally, so he can wait. He can wait without getting tired of waiting. For every star has its sky. The dawn is just breaking, and the incense is burning. And by an olive tree, a little boy waits. And Palestine is the David in this epic event of biblical proportions, and peace remains a distant hope. And we've upped our standards, so up yours. War is the unfolding of miscalculations, and old soldiers never die, just the young ones. By an olive tree, a little boy waits. He wants to be taken back to a place in time where he hasn't been. Turn your ears to the volume of real life, because a story makes up the majority of history, and ignorance is not bliss, so it's time to get right or get left. The truth hurts, but lies can kill. By an olive tree, a little boy waits. As he oversees the world's largest concentration camp, he knows that the truth is on the side of the oppressed. Children with stones in their hands will reinvent the world, and they will remain precious in his heart. This land will never die. It always revives. This land will always strive. Those hills will always grow. Olive trees, pure honey, and natural cheese. This land is not used to strange concrete and separation walls. And Handala waits. And we wait. People with hearts of gold and intellects of mercury, to see Handala finally turn around and smile. A smile on his face, his scars and tattered clothes replaced with something greater. But until then, by an olive tree, a little boy waits.
By an olive tree, a little boy awaits.
Give my salam to Palestine.